welcome back. And at last I can bring you a video from the plot. Now it's been a while since I've been over the plot. It's been even longer since I've done a video. I think the last video was when I was moving the fruit area about. I think, when was that? November last year, I think. Might have been earlier this year. But yeah, it hasn't been touched by me. It was a complete jungle. When I looked through the gate, you could just about see the raised bed, just in between the grass. And that's how high and how bad it was over here, and the weeds. But I've had a few days off work, and I've managed to crack on. Now, I was going to take some photos of it beforehand, but you know when you just get a bee in your bonnet and you go, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to strimmer, fork, rake, and just crack on and get it done. And I'm happy. I'm really pleased with where I am at the moment. We've started putting some bits in. It still looks a bit bare, but it's still May, and I've still got time to fill up the beds. So let's go and have a look and see what I've been doing. So, as it's been so long, I'll just give you a quick little update for those that have joined the channel and haven't seen the plot. My plot's actually broken up into 4 sections. We've got compost area up here, which, do you know what I might add, is absolutely full up now. So I need to go through, and perhaps if I get enough time before the end of the month or the end of the window that I'm allowed fires, I may be able to get some of that burnt. But there's the compost area, a little bit of dumping ground down the back that was in here, but as you do, you can keep moving things around. Anyway, let's swing you around here. In here, we've got 2 sets of garlic, which are doing really well. I don't know if we've had the really cold weather over the winter to make them split into separate cloves, or whether we're just gonna get one big clove of garlic. But here we've got hard neck, and here we've got the soft neck ones. Both of these planted in November. Over here's all been cleared on this first little bed outside the hut. All ready to go. And I've got a load of onion sets that you probably see when I was sitting in the hut. They're down in there on the floor. I'm going to be putting them just outside here in this section. What I'm going to put in there, I don't know. I normally make a plan each year, but this year I'm just going to make it up as I go along. If there's a bit of space, I'm going to put something in it. We got some parsnips, Gladiator King, already in here. Now, I've sown them in these little bits of cut down piping, just so I know where the seeds are, and when they germinate. I think I put 3 or 4 seeds per station, and then I can just cut out the ones that are the weaker ones when they come through. Onions, doing really well, considering I haven't been over and watered at all hardly. Oh, there was a bloody weed there I missed, look. There's always one, isn't there? Always one. Right, put that on there for a minute. Onions doing well. Now I did find that we had a couple in there with white rot on that had sort of fell over. I've quickly got them out, had a little dig around. I think I might be all right. I may have got away with the other ones. They may not be infested. Loads of flowers on the blackberries, which is good. Now the next one along this left-hand side is the brassica area. Now I have this area every year for brassicas because I have my cage. We've got our cage covered, which is good. Ground's all clear, and it's very dry. We've had no rain. We had a little splatter yesterday, but it wasn't even, as soon as it hit the floor, it just dried and went. And I'm watering every evening, every morning. I'm filming this at lunchtime and it's dry again. Just cannot get enough moisture in the ground at the moment. Some more onions in there, again, doing all right. Got quite a nice one there. I'm quite looking forward to seeing how big that one grows. But yeah, all good there. We've started putting out cabbages. Now, in the brassica cage, I normally put just cabbages, and I normally put cauliflowers and what are they? Sprouts and kale and that outside. But I'm going to mix it up this year and put a few cauliflowers outside, just to see how they fare up with the cabbage whitefly. So we've got some out here already, and if we have a little look inside the cage, I've got a couple of rows in there already. I've got some more in the hut, so I'm going to be putting probably another 2 rows, because I don't like to give them too much space. I like to try and keep them reasonably close together because they do control the weeds. They do suppress the weeds well. Now, let's step in the cage and I'll swing you around. Now, I was in two minds where to put the P-frame. Now, for those of you who know about the P-frame, there's two sections to this, and they was up that way and they was over that direction, but I didn't know where to put them. So what I've decided, I've got 2 of these beam frames, and I thought, well, why not have half peas, half beans, and do them on both frames. So that's what I've done. Germinates. Now this is the sapling that I put in just here about 3 years ago, and we've moved it from there to there, I think a year or so ago now, and it's doing really well. I don't know if I'll get any fruit off of it, but it adds to the nice decoration of the allotment, so we'll leave that there. Now, moving into this fruit area, this was a nightmare to clear. Now, I hadn't touched this since I'd done the last video when I started moving the raspberry canes over here. The raspberry bush I moved over from over there to here, and we've got more canes coming up, which is absolutely lovely. So obviously I couldn't have got all the roots out, but it's a bonus, an absolute bonus. Got flowers on these raspberries here, got a few. Now, I hadn't actually cut anything back last year or beginning of this year. It was all mixed up with the weeds. So all I've done, I've just trailed it, left it, not cut it, and see what it does. We've got a blackberry cutting, or a self-rooted blackberry, what do they call them? Stem, runner, that's it, runner. So we've dug that up, stuck that in a bucket of water. I may find somewhere for that, I may give it away. Now, in the back bed here, we've got a couple of more little shoots of the raspberries. There's another one in there somewhere. There it is. So they're going to be coming out. I've also been donated a plum tree from the plot next door. And as an added bonus, which I didn't realise at the time, I've got 2 irises. I don't know if she knows I've got them, but I'm not going to say anything. Now, I think this is borage. It's either borage or comfrey. Now, if anyone knows or can tell me what the difference is, or how to tell the difference between comfrey and borage, please let us know below. Because I understand they're quite similar, but there is a slight variation. But I don't know what it is. We got a couple of gooseberry bushes, which is doing all right. We've got a few tiny little gooseberries coming up. Blackcurrants over the back. We've started putting some of our tomatoes in, which, as we all know, they're a fruit. Now, there is a little thing with tomatoes. Now, there is a difference between knowledge and wisdom when it comes to tomatoes. Now, knowledge is knowing that a tomato is a fruit. wisdom is not putting a tomato in a fruit salad. Sorry, I know that was sad, but I just had to say it. Our other bean area there, I've already got the strings up ready. I'm going to direct sow the peas and the beans this year in here, because the ones I've got in the greenhouse just will not germinate. I don't know why, they're random. So I'm going to put them straight in the ground, put something over the top, try and keep the mice away from digging them up. And yeah, go from there. Now this bed we've got asparagus, which has all gone to ferns now. Now you don't get a very big window on these. If you don't come over every 24 hours and check them, they'll be gone, they're up. They grow so fast, it's unbelievable. And I've missed out on so many spheres this year. It's madness, but we should get a nice little display of flowers on the top. This area, all cleared. What am I thinking for this area? Maybe the sweet corn. I did have a sweet corn in here last year. Don't know. We'll make it up as we go along. We managed to clear a lot under there. The blackberry bush, I'm not even going to touch that because I'm going to get cut to pieces. There's still loads of weeds under there, which I'll attack when I get to what's on the other side of the fence. So yeah, we've got both of these beds done. This one still needs doing, and this one still needs doing. Still need to fill them up, but there's no rush. As and when. Our rhubarb, doing okay. This one's doing quite well. The stalks are not that big though, to be quite honest. Middle one, don't know, it just don't want to pick up. Same with this one. But this one, we just seem to have one massive leaf and one massive stalk coming out the middle, and the rest are all spindly. So bloody, they're the things. The stinging nettles, the thorn, thistles, that's it. Oh, bane of my life they are. Absolute bane of my life. But yeah, that looks quite pretty, I think. I won't eat that one. I'll probably leave that one because there's a lot of nutrients in that. So I'll let that go back into the ground and see what we get next year. Row potatoes. Sarpomira, I think they were. Yeah. I've still got a few seed potatoes in the hut, which I need to do another row, but I'll get around to that in a couple of days. And the broad beans, which have seemed to have shot up all of a sudden and gone absolutely mad. Now we've got loads and absolute loads of pods on them. They're everywhere. So I think they're coming to a close now because they're starting to fatten up. So we will be taking these out soon. But one thing I didn't do, I didn't pinch the tops out. I thought because I sowed them in autumn, I may get away with not having the blackfly, but evidently not. And there's no point chopping them out now. The pods are nearly done. So once these are done, this area will be cleared and it will give me more space, plant some other stuff, perhaps some squashes. I might even put the sweet corn there when it all germinates, and it will give me a chance to get in this side of the blackberries and clear it all up a bit and make it look a bit more presentable to the eye. The carrot tank or the parsnip tank, just a tank. Don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I still haven't decided. Still don't know where I'm going to put it. So yeah, that's another little thing on my list. I think it's going to stay on my list for quite some time. So that's where we're at the moment. Everything's nice and clean. Like I say, the ground's a bit bare at the moment, but we have got lots to go in. And I think I've probably got one of the best plots on the site at the moment, as it stands. All I've got to do now is keep on top of it. I'll catch up with you very soon. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.